All right, Johnny, you ready for your bedtime story?
Yes, Granny.
All right. Once upon a time was a very old time. The monkey chewed tobacco and he spit white line. The line broke, the monkey get choked. It wasn't my time, it wasn't your time, but it was old story time. Wait, Johnny, I'm gonna sleep so, and by then my story ends.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to Creative Writing. I'm Miss Barrow from Sadie Curtis Primary. Today, we get to start revision. We will focus on narrative and expository writing. After today's lesson, you will be able to identify elements of narrative and expository writing, tell the differences between narrative and expository modes, and also compose a narrative and expository piece using the writing traits we learned last week. Well, are you ready to begin? Let's have a look at this video to refresh your memory on the elements of narrative and expository writing. Welcome to the elements of narrative and expository writing. The purpose of narrative writing is to entertain the audience. To do this, the writer can tell a story or share a personal experience. A well-developed narrative has a clear beginning, middle, and end. It also has story elements such as the setting, characters, plot, solution, and a theme. It can also be a fiction or non-fiction. Narratives can be enhanced by using dialogue and transitions to show that action is changing, a character is moving from one place to the next, or how events in a story connect. Now let's explore expository writing. This type of writing is non-fiction. The purpose of expository writing is to explain or inform. The writer can explain how to do something or provide information about something or someone. Structure of expository writing includes the introduction, body, and conclusion. This information should be provided in a clear and logical manner. To connect your ideas and information, transitions may be used to outline a procedure or steps. Here's an example.
Hey guys, I'm Sister Twister. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to explain how I went from this to this. First, you want to get your products. You can find all the products down in the subscription box down below. Second, you will wash my hair. The third thing I do is detangle and then twist your hair using the setting lotion, and after that make sure that it's nice and dry. Finally, unravel your twist. So this is how you do it. Do you see the definition on that? Ooh, ooh, ooh. If you like my results, guys, please comment and subscribe. Okay, bye-bye.
Transitions may also be used to open a paragraph or for general use, add details, and signal a conclusion. Remember to use these elements along with the writing traits to improve your writing. Have you ever been told that you are writing off mode? Well, it's time for us to look at the writing styles of narrative and expository writing. Before writing an essay, it is important to read the prompt and identify the style of writing expected. This helps you, the reader, to determine the topic you are writing on, the audience you are writing for, and the purpose for writing. Can you tell the differences between these prompts? One is a narrative and the other expository. Let's have a read. Rules are important. Explain the safety measures that should be taken when guests visit dolphin encounters. The second prompt: are you a dolphin lover? Do you like to swim? Write a story about a time you had a birthday party at dolphin encounters. The first prompt is an example of an expository prompt because the topic wants you to explain the rules of dolphin encounters. The second prompt is a narrative because the writer has to share a story about a personal experience. Have a look at these two prompts. Can you tell which is narrative and expository? Independence is a part of growing up. Explain 3 safety tips which children should follow when allowed to cook on their own. The second prompt: do you have any cooking skills? Tell a story about a time you prepared a hearty breakfast for someone special. If you said the first prompt is expository, you are correct. The second prompt is a narrative. Now that we have discussed writing prompts, let's address the modes of writing. The mode of writing is simply the style of writing. This can be a narrative, expository, persuasive, or descriptive writing. Here, the purpose of this prompt is to explain the safety tips for children who cook, but instead, the writer starts to tell a story. One sunny Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m., I woke up to the cockle-doodle-doos of chickens in the backyard. I immediately got the urge to prepare the best breakfast in the world. Mom, may I have 3 eggs out of the chicken coop? I asked. I'm in the mood for cooking. Yes, but make sure to use the 3 safety tips I taught you for cooking, Mother replied. While the writing has promise, it is off mode because it does not provide the information requested. Instead, the mode is that of a narrative. Here's a proper response to the expository prompt. Have you ever cooked in the kitchen without parental supervision? Well, before you go experimenting, consider these kitchen rules to get you started. First, be sure to ask your parents or legal guardian for permission before cooking. Next, avoid raging flames. The fire should always be at a low to medium level under the pot. Finally, use a pot holder or towel to carry or hold hot items. Cooking can be an exciting adventure, but safety should always be first. Have a listen to this paragraph in response to the narrative prompt above. Nobody can deny that breakfast is fuel for the body. First, plants nor animals can survive without it. Second, there are many benefits to eating first thing in the morning. For instance, you have more energy to start your day. Furthermore, it gives you the nutrients your body needs to grow and to be healthy. Therefore, make sure that you consume the right foods, like veggies and fruits instead of junk food and pizza. Indeed, a happy body is a happy life. Is the writing on mode? No, it's not, because it is not telling a story. And here is what a narrative response should look like. On Mother's Day morning, I whipped up a storm in the kitchen to surprise my mom. The sizzling crispy bacon and scrambled eggs were a heavenly aroma. My signature dish, however, was the Junkanoo sprinkled pancakes with ginger guava syrup. "Breakfast is served!" I shouted from the kitchen. When my mom strolled down the stairs, her eyes peeled wide open at the colossal mess I made. Even so, she sat on her pink cushion at the breakfast table and minced every bite in delight. Are you ready to put your writing skills to the test? Today is a special challenge where you get to write based on 2 prompts. Here's your first prompt. Have you ever been fascinated with frogs growing up? Write an experience where you played with these amusing creatures. Take 10 minutes to write your paragraph. Pause to start writing. When you are done, press play. Remember the elements of writing a narrative and an expository piece. Remember to use the writing traits. You may start now. Welcome back. I'm sure that you did a great job. Here's my response to the prompt. Wood slimy, sings ribbit, lives on land and underwater. You guessed it, a frog. From a tiny tot, I can remember scavenger hunting for frogs in bushes as tall as sugar canes. These lumpy eggshell and forest green frogs were as large as my fists. They were quite the hoppers. This one time, I remember bathing my pets, but it was a slippery situation. These wild amphibians were my favorite buddies yet. It's now time to respond to your second prompt. The animal kingdom has fascinating creatures. Write to explain what makes these frogs so captivating. Take another 10 minutes to write your paragraph. Pause and start writing. When you are done, press play. Here is a response to the prompt. There are oodles of reasons why frogs are fascinating creatures. Firstly, its sticky salmon tongue hooks can outgrab a swift dragonfly in a zap. Secondly, this amphibian can be found in all shapes, sizes, and colors around the world. Thirdly, these unique species can leap 20 feet high and can be heard a mile away. What's there not to like about a frog?
Welcome back. I'm sure that you had an interesting time writing those paragraphs about frogs. Ribbit. Well, the next time you are asked to write a narrative or expository piece, remember to include the important elements of a narrative or expository writing. Also, it's important that you stay on mode and include the writing traits. Well, that's it for today's lesson. Thanks for joining, and see you again next week. Happy writing. Bye-bye.